Everything is better when you win. All the problems go away. All the players blaming things on each other and talking to the media and causing turmoil in the locker room disappears. What is up, guys? My name is DJ Eastwood. This is Run It Back. As always, hit that subscribe button if you like talking Philly sports every day, because that's what I do. Listen, the Eagles went into Buffalo today and took care of business. They don't hate each other anymore. Everything's good. The turmoil is over. We got to win. It's mainly because we played the Buffalo Bills. And yeah, they were 5-1, but they're still the Buffalo Bills. You know what I mean? If we would have lost this game, I was going to record this video with a paper bag on my head. So at least we didn't lose this game. So the good thing about beating the Buffalo Bills is that no matter what happens, we're not as bad as the Buffalo Bills. So it could always be worse. You know what I mean? And there's things that looked good in this game. There's things that looked really bad in this game. And I'm going to cover both of them. I'm actually going to break down plays, some of my favorite plays of the game and some of my least favorite plays of the game. So stick with me. This is going to be fun. I think I'm going to call it the bad and the ugly or something like that. You guys can let me know in the comments what I should maybe call this segment. I think I want to start a series where I take certain plays of a game and break them down and look at them in a different perspective rather than just giving a random post-game segment like everybody on YouTube does. So let me know what I should call it. The good, the bad, and the ugly, something like that. I don't know, man. Just let me know. Leave me a comment. Listen. Doug Peterson said we wanted to come out fast this game. We wanted to come out fast. That's what we wanted to do. And guess what? We came out the opposite of fast. Very, very slow. Fat kid in dodgeball slow. It's painfully clear now that whatever Doug Peterson says, the team does the exact opposite of. He said we were going to go win the game in Dallas, and we went out and laid flat on our backs and lost the game in Dallas. He said we're going to start this game fast, and we started this game very slow. We're not a first-half team at all. We are atrocious in the first half. We are ugly in the first half. Caitlyn Jenner ugly. Flavor Flav ugly in the first half. But against teams like the Bills, we get it going in the second, and we're really good against young, shitty quarterbacks. Our defensive line beats them up, makes them fumble the ball and stuff like that, so it helps us. But yeah, first half wasn't any good, man. Our opening drive, there was a play on 3rd and 4. That was probably the most predictable play call I've seen yet out of Doug Peterson. It was a slant to Alshon Jeffrey. Everybody in the world knew it was a slant to Alshon Jeffrey. The corner knew it was a slant to Alshon Jeffrey. The safety knew it was a slant to Alshon Jeffrey. Carson Wentz backed up in the pocket and stared at, guess who? Alshon Jeffrey, the entire play. Still tried to force it between double coverage, and it got batted down. Let's watch it. Okay, so here's the play where everyone in the world knew the ball was going to Alshon Jeffrey on 3rd and 4. This is a terribly predictive play call. Wentz should have audibled out of it as soon as he saw the safety over the top staring right at Alshon Jeffrey, but for some reason he didn't see it. He backs up in the pocket, stares down Alshon the entire play, still tries to force the ball there, and it gets batted down.
Wentz, quick throw, not complete, it's 4th down.
Actually, I was wrong. It wasn't the safety, but the linebacker. Actually, this is a pretty good defensive play by the Bills. The linebacker's showing blitz there, and he actually drops back into coverage. So they tricked Wentz a little bit. It was still predictable, and he still tried to force it. Yeah, that's just not a good play. It's predictable. The main problem is that Wentz drops back, He's already probably looking at Alshon Jeffrey right now before the ball's even snapped. Gets the ball. Look at him. Look at him. He is staring right at Alshon Jeffrey. How does anyone in the world not know what's happening? Still staring at him. Tries to force it over there. Incomplete. Even if he caught the ball, they ran a 2-yard slant on a 3rd and 4. So I mean, it's a play calling. That just doesn't make any damn sense right there. I mean, that's basic math. My kid is 4 years old in preschool. I think he can probably figure out if you're 3rd and 4, you need to run a play that gets you at least 4 yards. Yeah, the next thing I want to talk about, another play that I do not like, is the Malcolm Jenkins bonehead plays at the end of the first quarter, where Josh Allen's running and he goes to slide, and Jenkins hits him when he's on the ground, gets a 15-yard penalty, keeps the drive alive. It's just not smart, man. Here you go, check it out.
Take advantage of the point score in the quarters. Allen keeps a quarterback run and gets a first down, and a flag comes in on the back end. And a second flag. Malcolm Jenkins.
This just makes no sense right here. Look where Jenkins is. He's hardly even in the frame, and Josh Allen's already starting to slide. You know for a fact he's sliding. You know for a fact you're going to get called for roughing the passer if you hit him when he's on the ground. Malcolm Jenkins has been playing this game for like 20 years. There's no way he doesn't know this. I don't understand this at all.
After the quarterback slid, and gave himself
Why would you do that? Anyway, that's another one I didn't particularly like. Here's another one I don't like. I think I put all the ones I don't like first, and then we're going to get to the plays that I do like. But here's another one that I don't like. Okay, Doug Peterson's play calling on 3rd down. It doesn't make any sense to me. And this one right here was especially bad. He calls a sweep, like sneak run to Nelson Aguilar on 3rd and 4. Once again, you have a quarterback who has a very good 3rd down conversion rate. You have a quarterback who can extend plays and make plays. You have a quarterback that throws very accurate passes. I understand he's staring people down and kind of letting the defense know what's coming sometimes, but I still would rather Carson Wentz throw the ball than to try to sneak a run play to Nelson Aguilar. And watch what happens.
Inside, smothered. Nelson Aguilar tried to run with it.
Matt Milano. Let's see where he gets through the hole right here. All right, here's Matt Milano right here. I don't know who's supposed to pick him up. It seems like the protection is on the right side, and the blitz is clearly coming from the left side. I mean, the Bills' defense did not fall for this play at all. Milano runs straight through the gap. Nobody fell for it, and he lights up Nelson Aguilar. So, yeah, that's, Doug's trying to be tricky there, but that's another atrocious play call. Let's just call it what it is, man. 3rd and 4, a run to Nelson Aguilar, man. Woo! Listen, we pounded the rock in this game. Took Doug Peterson 8 weeks. 8 weeks to realize that Jordan Howard is a workhorse. I don't know what they were doing in the beginning of the season. I don't know why they traded for him if they weren't going to use him. First game, Doug was running Darren Sproles. We were like, didn't we trade for Jordan Howard? What's going on? But finally, Doug is finally like, okay, I guess I'm going to run Jordan Howard like a lot of times. I guess that's the success here. I guess that's what he does, you know? I guess that's what we got to do. I guess that's what the Bears did when they had Jordan Howard. I mean, he only led the league in carries for 2 years in a row. It's not rocket science, Doug. Break it down. Make it more simple. They asked Doug Peterson in that one press conference, is your offense too complicated? And he said, what do you mean by complicated? We mean it's too complicated. Like sneaky underneath run plays to Nelson Aguilar. Just run Jordan Howard up the middle and out the tackles. Just do it. It's not that complicated. Our offense can't get anything going in the first half of football games. Our wide receivers still are non-existent outside of Alshon Jeffrey. We utilize Alshon and 2 tight ends. That's it. Nelson Aguilar in this game had 4 catches for 7 yards. 4 catches for 7 yards. Now, listen, I'm not trying to make this whole video negative, but the first half of this game was negative. Okay? So, we got to win with defense and running. That's how we got to win now. That's how we got to win. Wentz is a playmaker, but Wentz doesn't have playmakers down the field. He just doesn't, man. If we could go back in time and get the 25-year-old Deshaun Jackson, this might be a different story. But for now, we don't have playmakers down the field. Mac Hollins is non-existent. Nelson Aguilar is non-existent. Arcega-Whiteside is on the practice squad for some reason. We don't have playmakers down the field. We got to win the game with running and defense. And against teams like the Bills, we can do that. Yeah, man, listen. Another play right here is this is hilarious because the Buffalo Bills ran a designed quarterback keeper for Josh Allen. And not only did it fail miserably as far as yardage, he fumbled the ball on their own side of the field. They ran a short side quarterback draw on 3rd and 2 with Josh Allen. I understand Josh Allen is a mobile quarterback, and he beat us a lot this game, getting out of the pocket and escaping tackles and stuff. But he's not Tim Tebow. He's not going to run through the tackles. I mean, come on, bro. Here it is.
Josh Allen to run the ball. His second fumble of the game, and the Eagles look like they got to this one. And they did. It's an Eagle.
That's just hilarious to me. I mean, I think Doug Peterson's play calling is bad. That's horrendous. If that would have been us, if that would have been a call by Doug that ended up in a fumble, yeah, we would have been pretty upset. So that play set up the Goddard touchdown. There's the Goddard touchdown. Miles Sanders takes it in for the 2-point conversion. And then finally, we got a Miles Sanders run where he got the ball, hit the hole. Someone finally did some film session with this guy. Because I made a video before about how I think Miles Sanders has big play potential. He's fast, he's shifty, he has breakaway speed, all that kind of stuff, man. But I saw him play for the first couple of weeks, and he was terrible. He would get the ball, there'd be a hole right in front of him, and he would take it to the outside. Somebody finally sat down with this guy and said, look at this play. Look at this hole. You went this way when all you had to do was run straight. So maybe that's all Miles needed, man. Maybe somebody fixed Miles Sanders. Because on this play, he takes the ball, he hits the hole hard, and then he makes a move, gets outside, and burns down the sideline.
From their own 35, Sanders bursting through, the rookie from Penn State. All the way in, touchdown Eagles.
That's just beautiful. That is just beautiful. I feel like Miles Sanders has a long career ahead of him in the NFL, and he's going to have a lot of plays like that in the NFL. And I'm happy that he's on our squad for the next couple of years. Especially 1-2 punch with Jordan Howard. And don't forget, Jordan Howard's only 24 years old. So the good thing here is we have 2 young running backs who we can keep paired together for a lot of years if we're smart. Swiss lemon iced tea right there. You don't know what that is, man. Go get you some of that. It's delicious. All right, so what's next? The Bills scored on a safety blitz where, right here, we bring Malcolm Jenkins right here, leaving this guy right here, Sidney Jones, and Rasul Douglas to cover the right side of the field. Now I don't know if you know too much about Sidney Jones and Rasul Douglas, but they stink. They stink. Watch this play right here. Jenkins doesn't get anywhere near the quarterback, so the blitz is failed. I don't know why we're blitzing our safety on 3rd and 13, but if it succeeded, I'd probably be like, hey, that was a good play, but because it failed miserably, I'm mad about it. That's how we are. That's how Philly fans are. Hindsight's 2020, whatever. But watch the play, and then I'm going to play it back, and I want you to watch Sidney Jones' lack of effort right here.
Allen open. It's Singletary. High-stepping his way. He's into the end zone. It's a Buffalo touchdown.
Okay. Here's Sidney Jones right here in your top left corner. Now, he tore his Achilles in college when he was drafted, whatever. That has nothing to do with how he's playing right now. How he's playing right now has everything to do with his mindset. This kid doesn't care. This guy's running wide open. Sidney Jones has an angle right here if he just runs hard to the sideline. But instead, he jogs to the sideline and watches the guy run into the end zone.
It's Singletary.
That's just pathetic. That is an absolute pathetic effort. I would rather have anybody off the practice squad instead of Sidney Jones on the field at this point. That's just, I couldn't believe that when I saw it, man. So after this, we put a nice little drive together, and we get a touchdown from a rookie running back, Scott. I'm going to call him Mike Scott for the sake of Philadelphia and the fact that I really like The Office. Mike Scott then follows up his touchdown with a muffed punt return.
Austin Scott on the run to the 40. Ball comes out, and the Bills are on it.
Austin Scott. Okay. I mean, it's a guy we brought up from the practice squad, apparently. I don't know why you would be returning punts with a guy you just brought up from the practice squad. But it is what it is. We are the Philadelphia Fumblers. It's what we do. When we finally have a game where we don't fumble the ball, we're going to throw a parade. It's just what we do. So, something crazy happened in the third quarter at about 1:37 seconds. This is the best play of the game. This is the best play of the year. Ronald Darby made a defensive play and batted down a ball.
Allen fires. Knocked away at the last moment. Trying to get to John Brown. The one play from Ronald.
Ronald Darby made a play. Could this be the turnaround? Could this be the turnaround of our secondary and our defense? Or is Josh Allen just young and not good yet? Or the Bills' offense just not good? And their defense is good. That's why they're 5-1, probably because their defense. We ran the ball more yards against them than anybody this year, so that's exciting. But Yeah, I mean, it's Josh Allen. You know what I mean? I'm happy Darby made a play, but it's the Buffalo Bills, and it's Josh Allen. Here's a play that I love and hate. Love and hate. I don't want Wentz to run the ball at all, ever again, because I don't want him to get hurt. I just don't. I would, if I was the Chiefs owner, GM, coach, I would tell Patrick Mahomes to never run the ball. I would tell my franchise quarterback to never run the ball. It's not worth it. We don't need you to do that. But Wentz runs the ball, slides, and gives a little.
He's set to throw. He's going to run it. And plenty of room for a first down and a slide across the
First down. I love that confidence, man. I love that little tiny bit of cockiness out of Carson Wentz. I love that. That's what we need this guy to do, man. We need this guy to be like that. Show a little bit of emotion, you know? Get into it a little bit, man. We know you're soft-spoken, well-mannered Christian man who doesn't say mean things. But we need you to be a little bit cocky and mean. This is football, dude. I like it. I like it. So, our defense in the fourth quarter pounded Josh Allen into the ground. It was great. It's what we did against Luke Falk. It's what we do against young, crappy quarterbacks. Not saying Josh Allen doesn't have a future in the league, but he's not good yet. And our defense eats up guys like that. And I like that. This defense had some fire under it today. Had a little bit of fire under it today. And it's actually very impressive that we went into Buffalo and beat a 5-1 team. I know they haven't played anybody yet, but we still beat a 5-1 team in their stadium. And that's exciting. The end of the fourth quarter, we pounded the rock with Jordan Howard. Something Andy Reid could never do. I know I call Doug Peterson Andy Reid's understudy all the time. But one thing Andy Reid could never do is kill the clock by running the ball. We killed like 8 minutes in the fourth quarter by pounding the rock. That's how you get it done. It's very simple. Like I said before, I think these guys get into these positions because of who they know, used to play quarterback, whatever, and they get handed a head coaching job. And maybe they're really not smarter than any of us because it just seems like the play calling is not that difficult. It's very simple. Run the ball, set up the pass, run the ball to kill the clock. Let me know if I'm ahead of myself here, but his offense was too complicated. Stop trying to be a genius and just keep it simple. Doug kills the clock, ends the game. That's all we need. We should be able to do the same thing to the Bears next week because Mitchell Trubisky is on the same level of Josh Allen and Luke Falk and every other young quarterback who's not ready yet. So we should be able to beat up Mitch Trubisky and take care of the Bears, I would think. The Bears have a pretty good defense. I don't know what it's ranked off the top of my head, but I'm thinking the Bears have a solid defense. So our offense is going to struggle against the Bears, same way we struggled in the first half of this game, same way our offense struggled against the Jets. I'm not even going to talk about the Vikings or Cowboys game because those games weren't even accessible. Is that a word? Accessible? I can't even assess those games. They're not accessible. Because we wouldn't even show up for those games. It's like we forfeited. We didn't show up at all for those games. So I'm not going to talk about those games. But the games where we looked like a good football team, the Jets, and this game, our offense struggled in the first half. So our offense is going to struggle against the Bears. But we can pull it out by beating up Mitch Trubisky. Patriots? No, that's just a no for me, dog. That's just a Randy Jackson for me, dog. Because Tom Brady is going to piss all over our faces with this secondary we have, especially people giving effort like Sidney Jones. Tom Brady's going to laugh. And then next week after that, the Seahawks, Russell Wilson is going to laugh. Russell Wilson's going to throw the ball behind his back left-handed, blindfolded, and throw for 400 yards against this secondary. So, I know I'm being a negative Nancy, but I just want to let you guys know, just don't get ahead of yourselves here, man. It was the Bills. It doesn't matter if they were 10-0. They're still the Buffalo Bills. This is a team that went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost all 4 and haven't been back. It's the Buffalo Bills. So don't think this fixed it. Don't think everything's fixed because of this game. We will see what we really look like against the Patriots and the Seahawks. And in the beginning of the season, we thought we were a Super Bowl contender. So we thought we were on the level of teams like the Patriots and the Seahawks. But it's going to be painfully clear when those games happen that we're not on that level. Do I think we're sellers? No. I don't think we blow it up and rebuild like people were talking about last week and the week before. And maybe I was talking that. I don't even remember what I was saying because I was so angry. But I don't think we're sellers. I think we still need to add pieces. We need to keep our draft picks, though, because we need to get younger. But I don't think we blow it up and rebuild. I think we try to fix the issues we have right now and turn this mediocre to slightly above mediocre team into a great team. So I think it's possible, but it ain't going to happen this year. It's just not. You're going to see that when we play the Patriots and the Seahawks. It just is what it is, man. I'm just here to keep it real. I'm just here to keep it real. I'm not going to lie to myself. You shouldn't lie to yourself either. See, the Fairweather Eagles fans, the ones that think you should never say anything negative, oh, you're a fake fan. All you do is talk crap. All you do is point out the bad when we have a win. Or all you do is you turn your back on the team when they lose. Real fans stick by them no matter what. Oh, really? So you're here clapping your hands and smiling when we're getting blown out by the Cowboys and the Vikings? No. Real fans aren't like that. We watch the whole game and we give our honest thoughts on everything that happened. That's just the way it is. I'm just here to keep it real. Listen, man, hit me up in the comments. Give me your opinion. Did this game fix the season? Or was it just the Buffalo Bills? Let me know in the comments. My name is DJ Eastwood. This is Running Back. Don't forget to subscribe if you love talking Philly sports every day. You guys have a good night.